So here on the table is the multi-channel receiver. Can you tell me why it's sort of looking like a Wi-Fi receiver?
Yeah, as we mentioned before, we want to make an AV product for IT managers.
Yeah.
And that's why it looks like this. It's more or less a Wi-Fi access router. And it works also in the same way. Just put in one network cable and it's done and it's running.
Brilliant. The name sort of gives things away, multi-channel receiver. How many channels are we looking at inside the system?
We will have two different versions. One 2-channel version and one 4-channel version.
Oh, brilliant. That's good to know. It doesn't look like a traditional rack receiver.
Yeah.
What are we doing about antenna management?
Antennas are integrated in the device, so there is no need for any antenna management. So it's pretty easy. Just put it in the room, put in the network cable.
Oh, perfect.
And it's work.
What have we done about connectivity?
The connectivity is also quite easy. And if we're looking at the back, we see that we have two network connectors. And these network connectors can be configured in 3 modes. The first mode is a single cable mode. So we have here our network cable coming in and providing power over Ethernet, Dante audio out, and the control for our Control Cockpit software. In the second mode, we have on the first port again power over Ethernet and the control, and Dante primary. And on the second port, Dante secondary. So that's a redundancy mode.
Cool.
As third mode, it's possible to split between control and audio. So on the first one, again, power over Ethernet and control. And on the second, we have Dante. And that's the possibility to physical split audio from control in the network.
Why would we look at doing that?
It's because of IT security. Sometimes you don't want to have that the audio going out of the room.
Okay.
But the control, with the Control Cockpit software, is a centralized software,
Yeah.
so you can split up in 2 different networks.
Cool.
In addition to that, we have also analog out via Phoenix connector.
So we can connect 2 or 4 transmitters to the system. How does the audio going in link to the audio that's going out the system?
Any RF link is linked to a digital audio out via Dante. So RF link 1 is Dante channel 1, RF link 2 is Dante channel 2, and so on. And in addition to that, we have a possibility to get an audio mix out of the 5th Dante channel or the analog out.
How exactly are we getting this mix to the Dante channel 5 and the analog output?
We have 2 possibilities. The first one is selecting an auto mixing function, and then the system is doing the job. The second possibility is to use Control Cockpit and to create your individual mix by adjusting the volume for each channel individually. And this mix is then going to the 5th Dante channel or to the analog out. And with the analog out, it's pretty cool because you only need 1 cable to get 4 channels to your DSP.
There are no buttons. There's no physical interface. How am I going to get the MCR set up and everything in operation?
Yeah, the answer is quite easy. You can use the Sennheiser Control Cockpit software or media control software via Sennheiser Sound Control Protocol. And there you can pair a microphone to the multi-channel receiver, and afterwards the system is doing everything by its own. So we have automatic frequency management, we have automatic gain ranging, and for the multi-channel receiver also automatic sub-mixing. So all the well-known features from the existing SpeechLine are also in the multi-channel receiver.
It looks like a Wi-Fi router. That asks the question, how do we go about getting this? And you'd mentioned we can stick it on a wall or a ceiling. How do we get it stuck on a wall or a ceiling?
To get it on a wall or ceiling, we're using this back plate. And as you can see, we have a Visa 100 drilling mounting here. And with this, it's quite easy to put it at a wall or a ceiling, and then we get the line of sight for the best RF performance. And in addition to that, we also have the possibility to mount it on a microphone stand.
Oh, cool.
For example, if you have a mobile use for it.
We've been focusing on the new receiver, but we also introduced the old receiver at the beginning. How do the 2 systems play with each other? Will you be able to mix existing receivers with the new multi-channel receiver?
Yeah, absolutely. It's no problem to mix up an existing rack receiver setup with a multi-channel receiver. The only limitation is the overall channel count for the region.
Yeah.
And in general, the multi-channel receiver has the same performance and the same feature set as existing SpeechLine family.
Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you very much for taking us through that.
Welcome.